So I'm calling Tamara. The phone's ringing. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
Hello,
Tamara!
Len.
Yeah, this is Len. We haven't talked in a long time. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's really nice to hear from you. What have you been doing?
Before we go there, let me ask you, is this a good time for us to chat for a couple minutes? Are you busy? Are you doing anything?
Yeah, actually, I'm just settled in, so you caught me at a really good time.
Oh, awesome, awesome.
Yeah,
How am I doing? Is that what you asked? I'm
yeah.
doing
I
I'm
haven't. We
doing
haven't talked.
absolutely marvelous.
We haven't
I am
talked for a
doing just
while.
marvelous. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay. I mean, I'm getting through. Quite honestly, we just had a ton of snow at my house, so I haven't been able to get in and out of my driveway, and so that's kind of taking a toll a little bit. But I'll make me my personality. I like to find ways to have fun and going out and
I'm one of those crazy people that actually loves snow. I hate to shovel it, but I love it. I'm a winter person. I love to go to the mountains in the winter. Hey, so listen, how's your family doing? And last time you and I talked, you've got a daughter, right? She's what roughly 16?
yeah, almost actually. She'll be 16 in October, so
Yeah.
she's 15. She's just getting her permit, and thinking about, gosh, I don't even know if you realize this, but did you know it's like almost $600 now to take the test, the driver's ed test, to be, get your permit and to go to driver's ed. It's like $600 back in the day. I remember when my older kids, because I have a couple of older kids, they it was only $300, which I thought was a lot then for driver's ed, but now it's $600. That's a chunk of change, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah. Raising kids is really expensive, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
Is she thinking about college?
She is. As a matter of fact, she started a little savings account. She has a little college savings account she started back at, her aunt actually started it for putting $5 every check in it when she was born. So she's got a little bit, and she adds to it too. But I mean, I think when it comes to going to college, she's going to need a lot more help than that. So I'm hoping that we're going to be able to help her out. I don't know. I don't know what that'll look like. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, that can be a pretty expensive thing
Especially with
to bite
the
off too.
economy today.
And the last time we chatted, is Chuck still working in Boeing?
Yeah, he still is working at Boeing. He's still doing that and getting as much as he can. But and that's nice. I think the mostly for the health benefits. Because
Mm-hmm.
when you get to a point where you have to have, well, I don't know if that Obama thing was repealed or not, but when you are mandated to have health insurance or else you're going to get fined, which made no sense to me, but that came in handy, the Boeing thing. So he worked for himself for years as a contractor, and moving to Boeing was a huge pay cut in one hand, but because it offered some benefits like the 401k and things like that. And as you get older, you can start thinking about stuff like that. And the medical benefits is the one thing.
Yeah,
But
absolutely, absolutely. The other thing about it is when he worked for himself as a contractor, that he wasn't contributing to Social Security then either, so he probably doesn't have Social Security as he ages.
yeah, so that was helpful. But
Yeah.
there was a time where he did actually in his own business.
I mean, yeah,
He actually became the benefit of running his own company was he was able to become an employee of his own company and pay into those things just for the future. Um, it wasn't just until when the government starts mandating things like you need to have medical benefits, period, or else, then they kind of take away your choice. So then some years he would choose to, and some other years he might say, you know what, this year things aren't as lucrative, I think I'm going to choose not to. So
that was insane. That was absolutely insane. Yeah, I think the Obamacare has been repealed. That's based on what I've seen recently, but still.
yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah.
Hey, well, listen, it sounds like you're doing pretty good.
Yes, I am, and thanks for calling. It's been, I'm glad
Well,
you
look,
called.
before I run away, I just want to bounce one other thing off of you. One of the things I wanted to let you know is that I've started a new business that I'm in for myself, and it's really going extremely well. And I'm just curious. I think it's something that could help you, perhaps a little side job where you could maybe accumulate a little extra money to help. What's your daughter's name? Sailor?
Yeah.
To help Sailor in college, or maybe help Chuck get out of Boeing a little bit sooner than you might otherwise imagine.
Love that.
Is that something you might be interested in taking a look at?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks for thinking of me, because that would be great. So how long have you been doing it? Is it working?
Well, I've been doing it. I've been doing it for a couple of years, but I've just made a recent change into a new group that I'm really excited about how we're moving forward with the business. I'd like to share it with you. And if it's all right with you, we have a webinar coming up tomorrow. Can I shoot you a link to a webinar, and maybe you can spend about 20 minutes or so and take a look at what we're doing. And then if it looks good to you, we'll go from there. And hey, if it doesn't, it's okay. No harm, no foul.
Absolutely. I really appreciate you thinking of me. Yeah,
All right.
I would love to check it out. What you're
Okay, so I'll drop a link in. Can I drop a link in Messenger for registration for the webinar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
No problem.
Now it is a registration link. You got to click on it and go register. Okay.
So like, what does that mean? Like for registration?
Well, you just need you put in your name and email, and then they
yeah.
send you
Okay. Yeah, that's easy.
And then,
Easy. Sure.
and then after it's over, we'll touch base. Probably not tomorrow night. Maybe the next day I'll touch base with you and see what you like about it or whatever. And like I said, I want to make this very clear. This isn't for everybody. So I think you're going to like what you see, but if you don't, that's all right. Just tell me. I'm not here to twist your arm.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you thinking of me, Len. I really do.
Cool. Awesome. Well, I think of you a lot. I think you're a really great person. So, hey, listen, I got to run. I got another appointment. So if it's all right with you, I'll send you the link. You'll have it in the next few minutes, and we'll chat in a couple days.
Okay, sounds great.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bingo. Okay, so let's keep the recording running.
So that all of that is absolutely perfect. And as you move through the 30 days, you'll see, people will see by watching this training video how you implemented pain points. So you immediately picked up on the fact that I said, my daughter, we were struggling with maybe paying a lot of money for her driver's ed. It was like already $500. Or the fact that you picked up on the fact that I might want to send her to college. That you brought that to the attention of the conversation. So that was a really good point that you brought to the conversation that I could say yes to. And I think that's a big part of getting to know people, like making suggestions that they agree to. Like, do you have a plan for college? And if not, here's a thing, here's something, or another way to implement the Ford is through, is through dreams or recreation, saying you're a skier, you like snow skiing, and I like snow skiing, and that might be something about me. Like, oh, I know Tam likes snow skiing, so hey, have you been skiing lately? No. Right. Oh, what's stopping you? It could be a financial thing, so that's another way to utilize the Ford. And it's not about interrogating.
Right.
It's always about just that natural communication we would normally have as friends, touching base with each other and thinking of one another.
And that's the important message. And, for the people that we want to train, it's not about, if you go in with the attitude that I'm going to get them, you're going to lose. You're going to lose.
Well, and the truth is here's the thing, because when we think about building business, we think about strategies. But when we think about building friendships, we think about how we care. And I think all of us as humans should think about building relationships and caring. And what do you have that you can offer to another person? How can I help you in life? And no matter what, whether it benefits me or doesn't benefit me, should never be the space that we come to people with. It should always be to benefit them. And the really nice thing about this whole business plan is I don't have to come from a position of helping myself. If I only come from the position of how can I help you, in how this business helps you, then I'm helping myself already.
Sure.
Because that's just how it unfolds. It just organically unfolds that way. So
Now, the other thing I want to point out for people who will listen to this training, and I think we should probably cut the video off here in just another minute or two. I don't want
yeah,
to drag it out too long. But the other thing I want to point out is at the very end, I did what's a very powerful psychological technique. It's a takeaway. I took it away. I said, listen, this isn't for everybody, so it may not be for you. Now, that may sound like I'm pushing you away, but in fact, I'm pulling you toward me, because most people, when you take something away from them, most people react in a positive way. They don't like things being taken away. Oh no, it might be for me. Let me decide that. Let me see what you got.
Absolutely. And I like the fact that you brought it back around and did the offer.
Mm-hmm.
The offer of, do you mind? Is it okay? You ask permission.
Right.
So asking permission is also something that I think people respect, because you're allowing them to make the decision. Is it okay? And saying, is it all right if I drop you the link to this webinar, or whatever you're going to give them? Asking permission first, taking it away, and then asking permission. So I think both of those are really key steps. And you did it really flawlessly. And it's literally just a conversation. It doesn't need to be overthink it,
Right.
And so we can all be guilty of that, myself included.
Of course, we all can. Okay, let me stop the recording here. I think from viewpoint